Okay, I'm going to try to explain time travel to the best of my abilities. And to help me here, I got Mr. Clowney going to help, and his friend Scaredy Chicken. Now, first off, we live in basically a four-dimension world and we can only freely travel in three of those dimensions. Technically, we are going forward in time at a steady rate, but we usually don't consider that time travel. And we can only go forward. So, unless you count memories, you can think back into the past, but you can't change anything. That's a technicality. Anyway, so we're aware of being able to travel in three dimensions, and Clowney here is going to act as our observer here, and Chicken is going to be the one moving. So we can go forward and back in space. We can go right to left, and we can go up and down. That's pretty much clearly understood. But what about time travel? Well, first off, you gotta look what the movement of the person doing the moving looks like compared to the observer. When the observer looks at somebody moving, the further they get away, the smaller they become. And the closer they come, the bigger they get. Same thing as when you're going up and down, forward and back. That's the way it is with all of our space. Nothing actually happens to the person traveling. It's just the way the observer looks at them, sees them. And eventually, if they get far enough away, they disappear. Okay. Now, what happens when you're traveling through time? It can't happen the same way. Time is a little different. So I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've told a couple people, and they seem to agree with me. But I still haven't seen it become as anybody else really talking about it. So I'm making this video to tell everybody. To me, it seems obvious that the only way a time traveler can appear to an observer, instead of getting bigger and smaller, there's only one thing left. The further away they get from the observer in time as far as speed, relative to their time speed, is that they're getting fainter, basically. The faster in time they go into the future, a little bit, if they go into at a steadier, at a faster rate into the future, even if it is just 2 seconds for every second of the observer, or whatever it is, the fainter they get, and until they get far enough to where you can't see them no more. And similarly, the slower they get, the traveling time, going backwards in time, the clearer they become, and until they become just as clear as a normal person, because they are traveling at the same rate as us. Now, if you think that's familiar, it's because that's exactly what ghosts are, pretty much. And there's tens of thousands of ghost sightings all the time. It's become almost a joke and everything. Yeah, a lot of them can't be verified, can't be explained. So why can't all those ghost sightings actually be time travelers? And something to think about. Yeah, I don't know what mechanisms they could be using to do it, but if ghosts exist, they're just all that basically are just fainter humans, and sometimes they're there, and sometimes and eventually they disappear. So they're just passing through our realm of time, and they get just clear enough for us to see, and then they move away because they're traveling through time. Now, that's the way I see time travel. That pretty much to me proves that it exists. As for how to do it and everything, I haven't been aware of that yet, and now I gotta prove that ghosts exist to make this concrete. But that's basically it. Once we know for a fact that ghosts exist, then to me, time travel exists. They're one and the same to me. So let me know if you agree, or if you have anything to add to this. That's basically my view. Thank you.